All right, hello, welcome. Joshua Fuchs here, President and CEO of Obsidian Business Advisors. Welcome to our Capital Edge program overview. Today we're going to go over exactly what the Capital Edge program is, what that means to you as a business owner, and why it's important that business owners look at Obsidian Business Advisors and the Capital Edge program to be involved, and how that's going to help their business. So I want to ask you a question. Did you know that the absolute best time to get capital for your business is when you don't need it? Kind of funny, right? Well, why is that? Well, let's look at the options. When you need it, chances are things are tight, your income's dropped, maybe you've lost money, maybe you have NSFs, all these potential negative factors that are starting to hit your business are major reasons why business lenders won't fund you. So it's kind of an oxymoron. When you need it, you can't get it, but when you don't need it, you can easily get it, right? So that leads me to the next bullet, which is it's always best to be prepared for that rainy day. Look at COVID-19 and what it's done to the economy and what it is rippling out to businesses right now. Yes, there's the payroll protection program through the SBA, but that's only for 2 months. And if you don't spend it correctly, you're having to pay it all back. That's a sugarcoat. That's nothing really extravagant to help a business prepare for a rainy day. When you don't need funding, it is the absolute best time to get it. Now, there are ways where you can get funding, such as lines of credit, that you don't have to use, that could just sit there waiting for you to use. Corporate credit cards are a perfect example. Credit lines that are, under the EIN. Those are great examples. You can pull from it whenever you need. The thing is that you've got to be prepared to deal when the storm hits. Not only that, but for opportunities as well. When an opportunity knocks on your door, you're going to want to be able to pull the trigger, and that typically requires funding of some sort. Now, obtaining funds when you don't need it is a lot easier to qualify for funding, and you don't have a lot of those negative aspects that have stacked up against you, making it more challenging to get funding. So no matter what your position is, we're here to help you with the Capital Edge program, but I want to just reiterate, it's important to get funding when you don't need it, period. Now, who is Obsidian? We're a 10-year-old business advisory firm. We help business owners obtain a minimum of $50,000 to $100,000 in minimum guaranteed funding from a variety of funding sources with rates as low as 0%. We do this through our Capital Edge program. And we help make your business bankable, meaning there are quite a few things out there that could keep you from becoming bankable, and we help you overcome those. Now, we formerly operated under ObsidianBizAdvisors.com. We worked exclusively with home contracting companies for the past 7 years. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because we've had people ask questions when you do Google searches and things like that. It pops up this site because it's still active, because it still generates leads for us, and we still work with home improvement contractors. But we have actually expanded to Obsidian BA, and now we work with every business out there that fit in the wheelhouse. We can pretty much help most business owners that are out there. Unless you're obviously operating in a legal business, that's not going to work. But we have opened it up to everybody and offering the $50,000 to $100,000 minimum funding to grow their business. It is expanded. It's a lot better for us because we were so hyper-focused on not just home improvement businesses, contractors, but franchises specifically in that niche. We were hyper-focused, and we realized that being that hyper-focused eliminates a lot of other opportunity and the ability for us to help a lot of other business owners. So that's why we've expanded. We're excited. We're helping a lot more people, and couldn't be better timing with everything that's going on right now with COVID-19. Now, what are my qualifications? Obviously, I'm the president of Obsidian Business Advisors, but I also own and run Obsidian Capital Management, where it's a asset management, capital and asset management firm that actually buys and sells assets and also works a little bit in the crypto industry with buying and selling quantities of crypto, being a liquidator provider for hedge funds and for other big financial institutions. So OCM is regulated, monitored by FinCEN. I'm a finance officer, certified personal business credit specialist, CCIM certified for commercial real estate. I was a real estate agent for many, many years in Washington State. Certified mortgage planner since I've been in mortgage business, got into the mortgage industry in 2002. licensed mortgage broker. Here's my NMLS number. Former SCORE mentor, multiple business owner. I own these two companies. And education, global business management, finance, computer science, real estate investing college, 19 years finance experience, and a lot of experience in real estate. So I decided when the market tanked, the real estate market tanked in 2007, that it was time to look at something else and expand my horizons. And that's what brought me into the business funding realm, was the fact that businesses that have been banking with banks for 10, 15, 20 years were getting their credit lines yanked, and the banks were just not treating them well. Not necessarily the small banks, but the big ones, go figure. And so I realized that there was an opportunity for me to take advantage of helping these businesses, and not taking advantage of the business, but taking advantage of the situation and helping them get funding. And that's kind of where it all started. In 2010, I created everything and started moving forward. And in doing that for the last 7 to 9 years, there's been challenges that we've came across for small to medium-sized business owners that we saw a pattern with. Now, I created an ebook, 15 Top Reasons Why Businesses Are Getting Declined. This is a very valuable, in my opinion, ebook, because it gives you ammunition to fire back at the banks, to fire back at the lenders. Be prepared before you apply. If you don't even work with us, which is fine, we get it, we're not for everybody. Well, we love to help as many people as we can, but if it doesn't make sense for you for whatever reason, at least download the ebook. You'll be surprised what you find in there, and these are the top reasons why businesses are getting declined. We see it all the time. That's how we compiled this, is over the last 7 to 10 years of working with business owners and why they're getting declined. Some of the 15 reasons are right here. Personal credit score is too low, needs some love. And I mean like a lot of love, because some people have foreclosures, bankruptcies, liens, judgments, late payments, child support issues. I mean, we've seen everything you could think of, and need some love. We help go in and get rid of a lot of those, through our Capital Edge program. Your debt utilization ratios are too high. This is a problem because a lot of business owners are putting debt on themselves personally by getting personal credit cards and things like that. They might think they're getting a business credit card, and it might have their business name on it, but it's reporting to the credit bureaus under their social security number, not their EIN. That, my friends, jacks up your utilization ratio and hurts your credit in a very big way. We saw a lot of franchise owners buy a franchise, stack up all this debt, and watch them go from an 800 down to a 580 in a matter of 2 months because they just stacked too much debt. A lot of them were in the sixes, the lower sixes. But we've seen them drop as low as 580, which is insane. Not enough time in business. Some lenders won't give you funding based on your time in business. Not keeping good financials. This is a big issue that we've seen commonly in the contracting realm. You should be reconciling daily. I should be able to look at my financials today and know exactly what happened up until yesterday, and know what decisions I can make and be confident in my decision making moving forward, where I want to take my business, because I know exactly where we're at. I know where my payables are at. Everything is reconciled to the dollar, and then at the end of today, everything will be reconciled, and so tomorrow I'll know exactly where I'm at from yesterday. You don't have any business credit established. People don't even know where to start with that. You got too many non-sufficient funds. You got too many negative days in your bank account. That's a huge issue for lenders, even revenue-based lenders that are some of the more relaxed qualifying lenders out there. That's a big issue. No assets to pledge is significant collateral. We've got ways around this to help you with that. Lack of strong cash flow or net profits. Unfortunately, companies like SBA and certain lenders want to see net profit. They want to see that you're profiting every year and that you can cover the debt service. So these are just a couple of 15 reasons why businesses are being declined. And we go over all 15 in our Capital Edge. So what is a Capital Edge? Okay, let's dive into that. Having the Capital Edge means that you're fully bankable or fully fundable by all the major funding sources and major banks. It means you meet the criteria of almost all major lending institutions, including the SBA. Capital Edge program is a 12-step program that was created to assist small business owners in qualifying for affordable sources of capital that truly help the business owner take their business to the next level, or to have a fighting chance to start their business, to help them become bankable, where they can go to any bank and obtain funding after our 12-month program. Okay, so we help businesses overcome obstacles. Again, the 15 reasons why businesses are getting declined that they face when they're growing or starting a business, such as lack of business credit, bad or insufficient personal credit, no HR department, lack of improper bookkeeping, and a whole lot more. We look at these in depth, and we'll discuss more about what the Capital Edge program is. We take people through a 12-step program or a process which is designed to assist pre-launch, startup, and grow and reach their full potential by obtaining large enough capital to start or grow their business. We also provide additional partner services that help improve the overall compliance and financial stability of every business as they grow. So we have what's called the Credit Edge program, which is built into the Capital Edge program, which is where we fix up and restore personal credit and build their business credit. This is inside of the Capital Edge, and it's deferred. The fee for that is deferred. Now, I want you guys to understand we're not a lender. We are not a credit repair company. We're a financial consulting firm that helps with the financial packaging, and we also help with getting you bankable. So we're actually a consulting firm that actually helps you with improving operations and the financial aspect of your business. Banks, credit unions, they send us their declined business owners and customers so that we can help them gain a capital edge, become bankable, get them funding, which goes into their bank account at that bank or credit union, and then refer them back to the bank for SBA funding. Now, it's critical and crucial for all small business owners to identify the right type of capital for their circumstances. Did you know there's over 44 types of commercial financing available for businesses? That is a lot to understand and a lot to know regarding underwriting criteria to get an approval for those types of funding and those lenders. Well, that's what we take off your plate for you. Now, I want you to know that if you're looking at obtaining a revenue-based loan or merchant cash advance, definitely consider utilizing Obsidian Business Advisors through our Capital Edge program, because we can get you a fast revenue-based loan and we can leverage those funds to help accelerate you in our program, giving you more funding for a lot less money within 30 to 90 days. Let us help you no longer need the fast revenue-based loans. The cool thing is that I'm going to explain to you a benefit of going this route, provided that you qualify here in a moment. The Capital Edge, again, some of the benefits are we fix and clean up your personal credit, build your business credit. We set you up with over 7 to 10 various trade lines, and we don't charge you for any trade lines we provide you. It's just part of the program. We establish you a minimum of $50,000 to $100,000 in guaranteed funding for your business from a variety of low-cost funding sources. We provide you fast cash now through our revenue-based loans to help you enroll into our program and use those funds into our Massive Action Profit Plan. That's what we call MAP, to maximize those funds for our program. Now, audit and review your HR services to make sure you're compliant and have the proper setup. If you could utilize an external HR service for $18 an employee, we've got a solution for you. Because to run an HR department can be very costly with salaries and things like that. We've got an external HR department service that can help you manage all of your HR externally it's as if you have a full-time employee, but for a fraction of the price. Audit your bookkeeping and record keeping. We have a very low-cost solution that if you've got a full-time bookkeeper and they're not reconciling daily, something's wrong. You need to probably reevaluate what they should be doing and have somebody like Obsidian Business Advisors get you set up with daily reconciling bookkeeping. We've got a partner that does this. If your books are messed up and need fixing, there's an additional program or a fee for that where we can actually help get your books dialed in and fixed. Automatically, you can run credit checks for your business to provide net terms. This is big. So if you want to offer net terms to your clients, we could set you up where you have your credit checks automatically. You've got an external qualifying department that will qualify your customers to be able to approve or decline them for net terms, along with collecting on those invoices. So think of it like this: external, fully, we get you a line of credit against your receivables. For example, like AR funding, you're going to have an automatically built-in credit department and built-in collection department automatically for free. Doesn't cost you anything. That's a huge benefit. We're going to help businesses obtain SBA Express and SBA 7A funding. You're going to get $1 million in identity fraud policy to protect you, a client, along with every month you're going to receive an updated credit report. You're going to be able to see real-time statistics on what we've done with your credit. Our funding options include real estate SBA, corporate credit cards, corporate lines of credit, corporate term loans, personal lines of credit, to name a few. And a majority of them are based off your EIN, and some of them will be on your personal, depending on your situation. Our lender rates typically run from 0 on up to 12.99%, depending on the lender and the type of funding that we get you. Terms revolving from 3, 5 years up to 10 and even 20-year payback. And you're probably asking, what is considered a small business? Well, someone who set up a business within their state corporate commission. They either have an LLC, they either have an S Corp or an LLP or C Corp. You have an actual EIN number from your IRS, so when you file taxes, it's under your EIN, not necessarily social. You have a physical business address that is used with the IRS. You have a business phone number listed with the 401 directory. Now, if you don't have an address, if you don't have a 401 directory phone number or business phone number, we've got partnerships where we can help you with that. These two are important that you are set up the right way, especially when building corporate credit, because it is very sensitive to these two aspects: business address and business phone number. Now, our goal at the end of the day is to help small and medium-sized business owners obtain a minimum of $50,000 to $100,000 in funding while enhancing their absolute funding profile. We're going to improve their fundability to help maximize their growth while providing them with solutions. Now, again, we have to work with you, and you got to cooperate with us. We're a team. We're working together to achieve more. So in that content, our client service agreement has specific things in there that states you are going to do this, we're going to do this. One of the things that we ask you to do, just to be transparent, is to not get any funding from anybody other than us for 12 months. Now, you can go get funding whenever you want from somebody else. You just violated our contract, and all of our programs will cease. You will be done, and we will be collecting for whatever invoice is owed, and our relationship's over. You violated our trust. You violated our agreement, and I'm just being transparent. If that is how you are, please don't apply with us. We prefer to work with honest people that are going to put the skin in the game and are going to do what's necessary to get this going. Now, if you just want a revenue-based loan, we can do that too. You don't need to be in the Capital Edge program, but we prefer and we encourage it. So, corporate credit funding examples, we don't even need to see these because they're all different types out there, and those ones are a little bit older. What does it cost? Well, we're charging based on the performance of the following things: fixing and rebuilding personal credit, business credit, and obtaining funding for your business. So we collect a fully refundable commitment deposit based on what tier you qualify for. Tier 1 is $695. That's a fully refundable deposit. Tier 2 is $1,695, fully refundable deposit. And Tier 3 is there is no commitment deposit. Now let's see what qualifies you for each tier. A Tier 1 must not have any foreclosures or bankruptcies, child support liens, or judgments in the last 5 years. Tier 2 is anybody who has blemished credit with any of these above here: bankruptcies, child support liens, judgments, foreclosures, late payments, collections. Tier 3 is going to be somebody that's been in business for a year. They have a minimum of $15,000 in revenues and no outstanding stacked revenue loans, and must not have 3 non-sufficient funds in the last 30 days or 6 non-sufficient funds in the last 3 months. So you're thinking, well, Josh, what if I already have a revenue-based loan? Well, it's going to depend. We might be able to get you a second, depending on how much you have, but you have to make at least $15,000 on the loan. We have to be able to fund you at least $15,000 to make it work. Why? Because the way that our Capital Edge program works is on your first funding, we charge you $4,999 for our Credit Edge program. It's deferred until your first funding. Because you're getting funding immediately with us, you have to pay that. That's why we don't want to take half of your money. If we only get you $10,000, half of it's going to us. We would prefer that you get more. It's only like 35-40%. So that way you got more money to utilize to pay down debts, and we can help accelerate what we're trying to accomplish. Tier 3, again, must obtain an immediate revenue-based loan through us in order to waive the commitment deposit. Now, this has to be through Obsidian. You go through somebody else, you snooze, you lose. Sorry. You're going to have to buckle up here under each tier and cough up some cash because you took out a loan with somebody else. And then you got to stop doing that because for 12 months, we expect, as per our agreement, for you to not get funding from anybody else, because think about it. We're working on your credit. We're working on your business credit. You go out and get some car loan or something crazy, and it jacks up your credit, jacks up your debt to income, and we could have been getting ready to fund you $100,000 or $50,000 or whatever it might look like, and you just shot everybody in the foot. That's counterproductive. So that's all we ask. Not a lot there. Again, there's a $4,999 deferred Credit Edge program deposit that is due upon the first funding. So if you are tier 3, that would be due as soon as we get you funded. Each loan that is funded has a performance fee that is paid. Each performance fee is based on the funding type, but the average is 10.5% of the total funded amount. Again, everything we do is 100% performance based. We don't get paid until after you obtain funding. So yes, we collect a fully refundable deposit that will be invoiced and credited back to you on that invoice. So when we do a performance fee, we're going to invoice you. The very first invoice we send you for the very first funding on that performance fee, we're going to deduct your commitment deposit off of that invoice, giving you a credit refund back on the deposit. Okay? So again, we want to help bring you results, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. Worst case scenario, download that ebook and dive in and do a self-evaluation of your business and realize maybe you don't need our help. Maybe you do. Again, we know everybody could benefit from working with us simply because of the fact that the best time to get money is when you don't need it. People that need money, obviously, they're going to need to get funding, and we can help them with that. Whether it's emergency needs, you got dire needs for funding now, or you need funding just because you want to do certain things, bump up your marketing budget or buy some equipment or whatever it may be, we've got the program for you. We can help you in many, many ways if you let us help you. So if you've decided that you want to get rolling, we're happy to have you. Just go to obsidianba.com or the link that whoever sent you the link to apply, and go through the application process. Everything will be saved. You can take it in steps if you like, and get on your journey. Start your journey to obtaining $50,000 to $100,000 of minimum guaranteed funding or more. Please reach out if you have any questions. Make it a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.